bro, let's freaking go, dude. All right, so we're producing a song like the 1975 today. I swear, bro, like everybody has been influenced by this band's sound in some way, even if they don't know it. They're all over everything I do, even if I'm not thinking like in that lane. That just goes to show you how like unique their sound is and like how much they nailed it. Like they nailed that like nostalgic 80s sound. So we're gonna break this up into drums slash perk, bass, keys, electric guitar, acoustic guitar. So for the drums, we're gonna start with a little kick snare pattern. We got this. I think I found this kick on Splice. Letty warmth. Nice little warm kick. So it'll be kind of like a boom. Snare kind of sounds like 8-bit or something. Snare can. I have a couple snares actually. Oh. All right, so that's like a big like room snare. That sounds good. That like gated sound, that sounds freaking fire. And then this, I guess it like kind of takes care of that like lower end. Man, that's fat, bro. Dude, freaking like picking your samples is like the key. You gotta find what sounds good. You gotta craft them, you gotta layer, you gotta stack. I've got 3 snares. And then what I like to do for my hi-hats and stuff, because I don't have like a drum kit or anything, but I feel like the cymbals need to sound like as human as possible. That's gonna help kind of make it sound way more like natural. Really bright. Sounds good though. Sounds pretty good. I don't know what that was. But yeah, like that, I mean, that sounds like a real kit right there. Sounds pretty good. It sounds like there's a little like distortion on the hi-hat for some reason. I don't remember doing that. So then like another kind of key thing that they did, especially on their last album, is they used like a tape echo. I did it a little bit here on this layer. This like feedback, like that kind of stuff. Turn up that feedback, change the echo rate. Like that kind of stuff. So I kind of used that idea as like a kind of like fills, like kind of like a tom fill would be. Right here. And then I found this patch on Omnisphere. It's called Gunpowder Action, which I don't even remember like why I like found this, but it kind of sounds just like you're hitting stuff in the room and you've got some like, I don't know, it sounds cool. Sometimes it just sounds cool, and that's good enough. And I found this like crash. I think this is just from Ableton. And then I feel like their like whole thing's being like twinkly and like. So I found this on Splice. Young Bay Effects Twinkling. And I guess I just have it repeating over and over again. Bro, production just doesn't make any sense sometimes, but that's what makes it fun. So this is all of the drums together. I mean, and that's the extent of the reverb right there. Super small. The next thing we're gonna do is bass. And I just used this old baddie. It's a nice Squire, but I got some Fender pickies in it. I feel like they do that kind of thing a lot, where they're like kind of passing chords, like that. And then as far as processing goes, I have a signal chain that I use. This is the bass amp that I use with a little bit of EQ. This is a bass girth template. All of these, I think these are all presets, except for the compressors. I like to like adjust them depending on the gain and stuff. So yeah, there's my signal chain, bro. I got the amp, 2 EQs, 2 compressors. Yeah, in here I actually put in a little bit of a decapitator, which is like overdrive. So kind of weak like that. Just add a little bit of like, I added another EQ, I guess. And then my favorite part is these keys, bro. For the keys, I kind of went ham. Actually, I know that they use the CP, I think they use a CP80, but I've got the CP70 plugin from Keyscape, and it sounds freaking good, bro. Like there's passing chords there. And then what I like to do is like, you can see these are all the same like things that I played. And I just love to stack layers of things. So we've got that CP70, and then we've also got another CP70. What? I guess we have two CP70s. Yeah, we have one that's playing this like tremolo vibe, and then one that's just normal. And then I have a little Juno playing a piano. Kind of sounds like a little toy. So yeah, that's all three. Very, very plucky, very like. And then I know that they've used kind of some like sampled voices before. And I love this plugin called the Emulator. First patch is this one, added a tremolator to it. And then in one of their newer tracks, they use this like really dry kind of arpeggiated synth, which sounds sick. And I wanted to kind of pull it into this. I guess it's just playing the same thing over and over again. I love doing that too, just having like the same thing kind of playing all the way throughout. And then I have three, like I said, I love layers. So I bet that these are all the same thing but pitched different. So this one. That's nice. It's just a distorted pad. I bet this one, yep, right down here you can see it's up an octave. And then I have these like kind of little octave parts that I'm playing with the keys. So I'm using this. This is a Dolceola winged upright piano. Those are very like tacky, very like plucky sound. Epic octo bass. Let's hear that one. That's pretty cool. All of these together, it's just kind of like a little quick passing thing. And then I've got this like, transitions are really important. So like it's important getting into a section, getting out of a section, transitioning from one to the next to add these little like ear candy or just little transition elements. So I added this. This is the only time I use this plugin called Sky Keys, Atlas Bounce. And it's like that's just like, it's a nice little thing. It kind of, you know, helps you get into that section. And then I think using that same CP70 from before, I'm just playing octaves. Sorry, that's a fifth. The whole time. It sounds annoying as frick on its own, but it plays its role in the grand scheme. And there's that arpeggio thing. I mean, this plugin just doing all the work. I just literally played 4 notes at the same time and it just did its thing. So all those keys together. Number 4 is guitars, mate. These are clearly already tracked, but I'm just gonna show you like kind of what I was playing. So yeah, you just gotta have some like plucky, super plucky, ducky. And then I have this kind of like early 2000s, like late 90s kind of like guitar arp thing that I play. It's also super warbly, holy frick. It sounds dope. And then here's all the guitars together. Okay, last element is the acoustic guitars. And I actually remember doing something cool with this. So we're in the key B. What I did is I tuned one of them. B string up to E so that they both play that. And I kind of tuned it a bit off. So what I wanted to do with this was make sure that I'm like following that lead line from before with the acoustic. You can hear it has some of that delay on it. This right here. You can see it metering. And then I've just got those like kind of big strums like. That's all she freaking wrote, dude. Dude, I don't even know what to say. Like and subscribe, I guess. Also, you should comment who I should produce like next. If you need production or mixing or mastering, I'm your guy. Use this. Go there, fill it out, and let's get working, brother. And here's the final.